What is going on out there, peeps? All right, so not a whole lot going on in Vietnam, but there is some news about the Vietnam Dong itself that we'll get into here in just a moment. So just real quick, let me go over. As you guys know, if you're considering buying precious metals, please give our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100 on precious metals, use promo code Pimpy, Pimpy, and you'll get a free half ounce of silver. We have Pimpy's Investment Chat, same name as the YouTube channel over here on Facebook. Over here we talk about investments, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currencies. All right? No politics. Save that for over here, the hidden things in front of your eyes. Over here we do talk about politics. NESARA, GESARA, QAnon, 9/11, false flag events, current events, the whole 9 yards. Just be respectful of one another. That's all I ask. If you don't have Facebook and you still want to reach me and you got a Twitter account, come join me over here on Twitter. The link is in the description. All right, so again, you guys are asking me about where to buy the Iraqi dinar or the Vietnam dong or the Zim dollars as well. And over here is the Indonesia rupiah. So UK dinar, the link is in the description. If you come over here and you buy currency from them, you will be offered a discount code. The discount code you can put in Pimpy, Pimpy, and it'll save you a little bit of money on your purchase. All right, you guys? Now let's get over here to what's going on in Vietnam. Of course, you guys know this already. Not all the news is about the Vietnam Dong, although I do got some news today about the Vietnam Dong. But also I keep an eye on the economy to see what's going on because for me, there's both long-term and short-term investment opportunities. So whenever something positive happens, that shows me that there's going to be some growth potential, then it catches my attention. So you can see here, it says new economic data policy lifts Vietnam stock. So Vietnamese shares on Thursday cheered positive economic news and data while investors remain highly interested in purchasing shares on corporate earning prospects. So the benchmark for the Vietnam index on the Ho Chi Minh Stock Exchange gained nearly 1% to end at 914.9 points. The VN index inched up 0.14% on Wednesday. Gaining stocks double losers. In other words, the ones that experience positive gain versus the stocks that experience negative gain. There was almost a 2-to-1 positive stocks. So 305 to 108. It's a little bit more than doubling, but okay. While 63 stocks ended flat in southern markets. All right. So the market sentiment was lifted after the State Bank of Vietnam on Thursday cut its benchmark interest rate to support the national economy and businesses amid the continuous spread of the Rona. So the BIDV Security said in its daily report. Okay. So anyways, investors' confidence was also bolstered by good data from data mining companies, IHS Markets, which showed Vietnam's purchasing managers index in September rose 6.5 points monthly to 52.2, the highest since the beginning of the year. So again, Vietnam is continuing just to kick butt. That's what's going on over here. This is what I talk about. As usual, I do eyeball certain particular stocks to see how they're doing, and they're constantly, the ones that I like are constantly in the top 10. So that's good news. This is what I'm looking for to see happening over there in Vietnam as far as investment opportunities. If people ask me all the time, I say, you ever notice that most of the articles that are good are those pertaining to real estate? Vin Group and Vin Homes, which is part of Vin Group, by the way, continue to just really kick butt. Vina Milk's another one. You know what I mean? Techcom Bank. I mean, these are the ones that we see up there in the top all the time. All right, so let's get into Vietnam Dong news. Okay, so this article is a couple days old. I was going to do it the other day and then just spaced it. But here I go. So the Trump administration set to announce Vietnam currency probe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So anyways, here's what's going on. Again, Vietnam continues to manipulate its currency and again has been caught. So the Trump administration plans to announce an investigation into Vietnam's currency practices, according to three people familiar with this matter. Now, look, they've been on the manipulation list now for 3 straight times, and I'm surprised something hasn't been done sooner. It could be that a lot of these countries that are on the list, knowing that they need to do something to fix the exchange rate, are just biding their time, hoping Trump doesn't win. Because, once the Democrats get in there, then it's all fair game. We go back into doing what we can to lessen the power of the United States by outsourcing our jobs back over to China is what's going to happen. So anyways, I think a lot of these countries are just kind of biding their times. I might be wrong, but we all know that Vietnam has been experiencing some explosive growth, which is really good. All right. But, they've been on the manipulation list 3 times in a row now, along with Indonesia and Malaysia. They've been on there twice now. All right. So it's about time we're seeing something happen. So the probe, undertaken through Section 301 of the 1974 Trade Act, would come after the Departments of Commerce and Treasury in August determined that Vietnam had manipulated its currency in a specific trade case involving tires, the people said. The announcement could come as soon as this week, said the people, who asked not to be identified. All right, so that is this week here. It is Friday. I will watch to see if anything is announced or what's being done about this. Vietnamese relevant agencies are now in contact with the U.S. side to verify this information. Foreign Minister spokesperson said during a briefing in Hanoi when asked about the Bloomberg News report. Vietnam, among the U.S.'s top 10 biggest trade partners, the U.S. goods trade deficit with the Asian nation this year reached $34.8 billion by July, the biggest after the shortfall with China, Mexico, and Switzerland. So again, that trade deficit continues to grow. That's one of the criteria that are looked at to consider whether or not a currency is being manipulated. All right. Vietnam is one of the Southeast Asian countries caught in the U.S.-China crosshairs and Trump's against over-trading partners. Currency manipulation. An economist at Maybank Research in Singapore, the investigation has increased the chances of the U.S. imposing tariffs on Vietnam, but the tariffs will likely be targeted and product-specific rather than sweeping. So this is like firing a warning shot across the bow is what Trump's doing. Because if they get tariffs all the way across the board and we're one of their largest trading partners, that's really going to put a hamper on their growing economy that continues to jump up leaps and bounds. So, just like I said, the warning shot to Vietnam also might put other regional economies on guard, including Thailand and Malaysia, she said. Keep in mind, Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia, I believe, have been on the list now twice. And these are the other currencies that are manipulated. So when people talk about what does this mean, these currencies are the ones that we anticipate going up, the exchange rate increasing. Of course, if you own these currencies, well, then it's a monetary gain to you if they increase their rate of exchange. The problem is there's no way to really get an idea of how much that increase will be. So that's why we keep an eye on it. That's why a lot of people hold the Vietnam dong. There's a lot of people who believe that the Vietnam exchange rate is drastically lower than where it should be. We can tell now they've been on the manipulation list 3 times. I guess we're going to find out. So what is the remedy to this? Is that Vietnam just changes their exchange rate. That's one of the ways anyways. A new federal rule published this year allows the U.S. Commerce Department to treat currency undervaluation as a factor in determining countervailing duties on the trade partner. In other words, they're going to put tariffs. But again, I think a lot of these countries are able to get away with it because of Trump's war with China. And a lot of these countries are expanding because countries are moving out of China and into these surrounding South China Sea countries, like, again, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Singapore, Philippines. So Vietnam might be just taking a small advantage of the fact that we're in an issue with China. Vietnam Central Bank has moved to a more market-based framework of setting the currency since 2016, adjusting the dong reference rate on a daily basis. It allows the dong to trade within a band of 3% on either side of the reference rate, which is based on 8 currencies. Market reaction to Vietnam was subdued on the news that the U.S. probe. The benchmark, Vietnamese, rose 0.07%. Thursday, as investors reacted to the news interest rate cuts, the dong's reference rate was set by the central bank at 23,213 for every U.S. dollar. So again, right now they're being investigated, and we've been talking about this now for quite some time. These types of currency investigations usually take months, so any imposition of tariffs as a result wouldn't likely occur before the U.S. presidential election. A lot of these countries, I think you're going to see snap to as soon as Trump's reelected. Right now, they're able to get away with things because of there's so much going on at one time. Now you add in the fact that Trump and his wife now have the Rona. So I think a lot of people believe that Trump is too distracted right now to worry about things like manipulating currency manipulation. He should leave that up to the department, let her do their investigation, and then let's find out what happens. So again, this is news on the Vietnam dong. This does, in fact, affect the currency rate. That's one of the remedies to fixing this trade deficit, along with the other 2 criterias that are monitored to decide whether a country is manipulating their currencies or not. So again, we hold Vietnam dong. Let's see what happens as far as any type of real rate change. Also, there's a lot of people anticipating some news on currencies in general happening in October. Just the same along with gold and silver as well. All right, you guys, so that's it. Not a whole lot, but I thought I would just share this with you. Once again, you can see Vietnam is in the crosshairs of the United States as far as currency manipulation. Let's see if something finally gets done. Let's see if any kind of tariffs are slapped on them and see how they respond to it. Once Trump is reelected, then then we'll probably see a rate change. How much? I don't know. A lot of you guys keep asking me. There's no way to know. It's all speculation. Or if this rate does change actually in October, like a lot of people are anticipating. Okay, so that's it for now. I just wanted to share this news. Not a whole lot going on, but I forgot that I was going to share the news the other day about the currency manipulation and kind of spaced it. So there you go. That's what's going on. That is it for now. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.